so bold, searching for secrets hidden in the fold. Under the vows where shadows creep, the truth awaits and mysteries deep. There's a call out from the shadows hold, stories untold where courage is gold, exposing the lies that bind the free, expanding horizons for all to see. Forces call out from the shadows hold, stories untold where courage is gold, exposing the lies that bind the free, expanding horizons for all to see. Truth seekers rise, lift your eyes, break the chains darkness defies. Shine the light, uncover what's right, for all to see in the dead of night. Questions arise like sparks in the dark. Instrumental are we, leaving a mark. No more silence, the truth shall unseal. With every step, the wounds will heal. Courageous hearts in unity stand. With revelations, the world is planned. There's fall away like dust in the breeze. Truth sets us free, we'll never appease. Rise, lift your eyes, break the chains darkness defies. Shine the light, uncover what's right, for all to see in the dead of night. Rise, lift your eyes, break the chains darkness defies. Shine the light, uncover what's right, for all to see in the dead of night. In the dead of night. In the dead of night.
Welcome to another episode of Mr. B and Friends Truth Seekers. Have you ever experienced a sudden eerie feeling that you've lived through the exact same moment before? This unsettling sensation known as déjà vu might feel like a glitch in the fabric of reality. What if, instead of a quirk of the brain, it's a sign that our universe is not what it seems? What if we are living in a highly advanced computer simulation, indistinguishable from reality itself? Now, with the rise of virtual reality and artificial intelligence, the simulation hypothesis is gaining traction in mainstream science. Prominent figures like tech entrepreneur Elon Musk have even suggested that the odds are stacked in favor of us inhabiting a simulated world. Could it be that our experiences, our memories, and even our sense of self are all part of a complex program running on some cosmic supercomputer? If true, it would challenge everything we know about life, the universe, and our place within it. The modern iteration of the simulation hypothesis is often credited to philosopher Nick Bostrom, who in 2003 published a groundbreaking paper titled, "Are You Living in a Computer Simulation?" He posits that if future civilizations achieve the technological capability to create such simulations, they would likely create many of them, making it statistically more probable that we are living in a simulated reality than a real one. This idea has resonated with many, particularly in the technology sector. The rapid advancements in computing power, artificial intelligence, and virtual reality lend a sense of plausibility to the simulation hypothesis. If we continue on this technological trajectory, it stands to reason that we will eventually possess the ability to create simulations indistinguishable from reality. But how would we know for sure if we were living in a simulation? Proponents of the theory point to various phenomena, such as déjà vu, prophecy, and psychic abilities, as potential evidence for glitches in the matrix. These experiences, often dismissed as mere coincidence or tricks of the mind, could be interpreted as hints of the underlying code of our simulated existence. In the following sections, we will delve deeper into these intriguing phenomena, exploring the scientific and philosophical arguments for and against the simulation hypothesis. Have you ever walked into a room only to be struck by the uncanny feeling that you've been there before? Every detail, from the arrangement of furniture to the scent in the air, seems eerily familiar, yet you know you haven't set foot in this place before. This disorienting experience, known as déjà vu, is a common human phenomenon, with an estimated 2/3 of the population reporting having experienced it at least once. Déjà vu, French for already seen, is often fleeting, lasting only a few seconds. It can be triggered by a variety of stimuli, from a particular sight or smell to a snippet of conversation. Despite its prevalence, déjà vu remains largely unexplained by science. Theories abound, ranging from neurological misfires to subconscious processing of sensory information, but none fully capture the essence of this perplexing experience. The elusive nature of déjà vu has led some to attribute it to paranormal phenomena, such as precognition or past lives. Others see it as evidence for glitches in the matrix, suggesting that our simulated reality may be momentarily out of sync, causing us to experience fragments of the code that underpins our existence. Proponents of the simulation hypothesis argue that déjà vu could be akin to a software glitch. Just as a scratched CD might cause a song to skip, a glitch in the matrix could lead to a repetition of experience, creating the unsettling sensation of familiarity. Despite the allure of the simulation hypothesis, it is essential to acknowledge the scientific explanations for déjà vu. Neuroscientists propose that déjà vu arises from a temporary mismatch between the brain's memory systems. When a new experience is routed directly to long-term memory, bypassing short-term memory, it creates the illusion of familiarity. Another theory suggests déjà vu results from the brain's predictive processing mechanisms, creating a sense of familiarity when predictions match actual experiences. While scientific explanations for déjà vu offer plausible explanations grounded in neurology and cognitive science, the simulation hypothesis provides a compelling alternative narrative. It allows us to reframe these seemingly inexplicable experiences as potential windows into the underlying code of our simulated existence. Rather than dismissing déjà vu as mere brain glitches, the simulation hypothesis encourages us to consider the possibility that these glitches might be revealing something profound about the nature of reality itself. The appeal of the simulation hypothesis lies not only in its ability to offer alternative explanations for phenomena like déjà vu, but also in its capacity to spark our imaginations and challenge our assumptions about the world. It compels us to question the limits of our perception and to consider the possibility that our reality might be far stranger and more wondrous than we ever imagined. In the next section, we will delve further into the realm of the unexplainable, exploring the intersection of the simulation hypothesis with the enigmatic phenomenon of prophecy. Throughout history, tales of prophecy and premonition have captivated the human imagination. From the oracles of ancient Greece to the seers of legend, the idea of glimpsing the future has fascinated us. The simulation hypothesis offers a unique perspective on time and prophecy. If reality is a computer program, time might be just data points, ones and zeros. Prophecy could be data leakage, a bleed-through from one point on the timeline to another. Section 2. The Oracle Speaks. Historical examples of prophecy. History is replete with tales of prophecies seemingly fulfilled, from the Delphic oracle to Nostradamus. Consider the Oracle of Delphi, the most famous oracle of the ancient world. For centuries, people sought the oracle's guidance at the Temple of Apollo. Some prophecies, like the Persian invasion of Greece, proved eerily accurate. Could the oracle have accessed information embedded within the simulation's code? Simulated fate predestination in a virtual world. Prophecy raises questions about free will versus determinism. If the future is predetermined, what does that say about our choices? Are we merely puppets dancing to a pre-written script? The simulation hypothesis complicates this debate. In a simulated reality, our choices might be constrained. Imagine a world governed by rules or algorithms. Our free will might be limited to choices presented by the simulation. We might have the illusion of agency, but our actions could be predetermined. This raises profound questions about free will and existence. Free will versus determinism, a philosophical quandary in the Matrix. The debate over free will versus determinism has occupied thinkers for centuries. The simulation hypothesis adds a new dimension to this question. Are our choices truly our own or predetermined by code? If governed by algorithms, does that negate free will? Some argue there's still room for free will within a deterministic system. Choices may be influenced but not entirely dictated by external factors. The simulation hypothesis reframes the debate, blurring the lines between free will and determinism. Mind over matter, exploring psychic phenomena. The human mind is a realm of endless mystery. Psychic phenomena challenge our understanding of the mind. Telepathy, clairvoyance, and precognition are examples. Could these abilities be latent human potentials? Perhaps they interact with the simulation in ways we are only beginning to comprehend. The sixth sense: telepathy, clairvoyance, and precognition. Telepathy, the ability to transmit and receive thoughts without the use of the five senses, has long captured the human imagination. Imagine being able to communicate silently with another person, your thoughts flowing effortlessly between minds. Such an ability, if real, would have profound implications for human communication and understanding. Clairvoyance, the ability to perceive events or information beyond the reach of our normal senses, is another intriguing psychic phenomenon. Imagine being able to see events happening in distant locations or gaining insights into hidden truths. Clairvoyance, if it exists, would challenge our understanding of the nature of perception and the limitations of our physical senses. Precognition, the ability to foresee future events, is perhaps the most perplexing of all psychic abilities. Imagine catching glimpses of future happenings, like scenes from a movie playing out before their time. If precognition is real, it raises profound questions about the nature of time, free will, and the possibility of altering a predetermined course of events. These three abilities, telepathy, clairvoyance, and precognition, represent just a fraction of the diverse range of psychic phenomena that have been reported and studied. Parapsychology and the search for evidence. Parapsychology, the scientific study of psychic phenomena, has emerged as a field attempting to investigate these extraordinary claims using rigorous scientific methodologies. Researchers in this field design experiments and conduct studies to explore the existence and nature of psychic abilities, aiming to gather empirical evidence that can withstand scrutiny. One area of parapsychological research focuses on testing for telepathic abilities. In a typical experiment, a sender attempts to transmit a randomly chosen image or thought to a receiver located in a different room or even a different location altogether. The receiver then tries to identify the transmitted thought or image from a set of possibilities. While some studies have reported statistically significant results, suggesting a possible telepathic connection, replicating these findings has proven challenging. Critics often point to methodological flaws or statistical anomalies as explanations for these positive results, arguing that the evidence for telepathy remains inconclusive. Despite the challenges, parapsychology continues to explore the frontiers of human consciousness and the possibility of psychic phenomena. While mainstream science remains largely unconvinced, the ongoing research in this field serves as a reminder that there are still mysteries of the mind that we have yet to unravel. Section 4. Psychic abilities in the Matrix, tapping into the code. The simulation hypothesis offers a fascinating lens through which to view psychic phenomena. If our reality is a simulated construct, these abilities might be manifestations of our connection to the underlying code. Telepathy could be data transfer between minds bypassing physical communication. Clairvoyance might access hidden data streams within the simulation. Precognition could be viewing future data points, like a pre-rendered sequence. This speculative interpretation reframes psychic phenomena as glimpses into our simulated existence. Section 1. Doubting the code skepticism towards the simulation hypothesis. The simulation hypothesis, for all its allure, has attracted its fair share of skeptics. Many scientists and philosophers remain unconvinced, pointing to a lack of concrete evidence and logical inconsistencies. They argue it's a modern-day deus ex machina, sidestepping rigorous investigation. Critics say it relies on speculation and unfalsifiable claims. How can we prove or disprove a simulation beyond our current frame of reference? Without testable hypotheses and empirical evidence, it remains philosophical speculation. Section 2. The burden of proof. Where's the evidence? A fundamental principle of the scientific method is the burden of proof. In essence, the burden lies with the proponent of a theory to provide evidence in support of their claims. Those who subscribe to the simulation hypothesis, critics argue, have yet to meet this burden. While they point to phenomena like déjà vu, prophecies, or psychic abilities as potential glitches in the matrix, these interpretations remain highly subjective and open to alternative explanations. Déjà vu, as discussed earlier, can be explained through neurological processes and memory quirks. Prophecies, often vague and open to interpretation, can be attributed to coincidence, selective memory, or the human tendency to find patterns where none exist. Psychic abilities, while intriguing, lack consistent and replicable scientific evidence, with many documented cases attributed to fraud, misinterpretation, or wishful thinking. Furthermore, the very nature of a sufficiently advanced simulation, as envisioned by the hypothesis, presents a significant challenge to finding definitive proof. If the simulation is designed to be indistinguishable from reality, how could we ever hope to find irrefutable evidence of its existence from within the simulation itself? This inherent difficulty in proving or disproving the simulation hypothesis leads some critics to argue that it ultimately holds little value as a scientific theory. Section 3. Philosophical objections, unfalsifiable claims, and the nature of reality. Beyond the scientific arguments, the simulation hypothesis also faces objections on philosophical grounds. Some philosophers argue that the concept of an all-encompassing simulation capable of replicating every aspect of our reality, including our subjective experiences and consciousness, ultimately leads to a paradox. If we are merely simulations within a simulated reality, what does that say about the nature of our consciousness, our free will, or the meaning of our existence? This line of thinking delves into the philosophical debate about consciousness and whether it can be replicated or simulated. Some believe that consciousness is an emergent property of complex systems like the human brain and could therefore be replicated in a sufficiently advanced simulation. Others argue that consciousness is something inherently non-physical, a fundamental aspect of the universe that cannot be artificially created or simulated. Furthermore, the simulation hypothesis raises questions about the nature of reality itself. If our reality is not what it seems, if it's merely a simulated construct, then what constitutes true reality? Is there a hierarchy of simulations, with each level potentially being simulated by a more advanced civilization? These questions, while fascinating to ponder, highlight the philosophical rabbit hole that the simulation hypothesis can lead to. Section 4. Occam's razor, The simpler explanation. In the face of competing explanations, a useful philosophical tool is Occam's razor. This principle, attributed to the 14th century philosopher William of Ockham, states that, given two equally plausible explanations for a phenomenon, the simpler explanation is usually the better one. In other words, we should not multiply entities beyond necessity. Applying Occam's razor to the simulation hypothesis, some critics argue that it is a needlessly complex explanation for the mysteries of the universe. While we may not currently have all the answers to questions about consciousness, the origin of the universe, or the nature of time, attributing these mysteries to a simulated reality adds an unnecessary layer of complexity without necessarily bringing us closer to the truth. Instead of invoking a simulated reality, skeptics argue that a more parsimonious approach is to continue exploring the universe through the lens of science, seeking natural explanations for the phenomena we observe. While this approach may not offer the same level of intrigue or mind-bending possibilities as the simulation hypothesis, it is, according to critics, a more grounded and ultimately more fruitful path towards understanding the true nature of reality. A universe of possibilities. The simulation hypothesis leaves us with more questions than answers. Is our reality a sophisticated computer program on a cosmic supercomputer? Or are we biological beings in a physical universe governed by physics? The possibility of a simulated reality is both exhilarating and unsettling. It challenges our assumptions about existence, life, and our place in the universe. Section 2. The beauty of the unknown, embracing the mystery. While the simulation hypothesis offers a fascinating lens through which to view the universe, it's important to remember that it remains firmly in the realm of speculation. We currently lack the scientific tools and technological prowess to definitively prove or disprove the existence of such a simulation. And perhaps that's okay. Perhaps the beauty of existence lies in the mystery, in the unknown, in the endless possibilities that stretch before us. Embracing the unknown does not mean abandoning our pursuit of knowledge. On the contrary, it means approaching the universe with a sense of wonder and humility, acknowledging the limits of our current understanding while remaining open to new discoveries and perspectives. Whether we are simulated beings in a digital world or biological organisms in a physical universe, the quest for knowledge and understanding remains a fundamental aspect of the human experience. The simulation hypothesis, while perhaps unprovable, serves as a potent reminder of the vastness of the universe and the limits of our current understanding. It challenges us to question our assumptions, to expand our horizons, and to consider possibilities that might seem, at first glance, to reside solely in the realm of science fiction. Section 3. The search continues. Our quest for understanding. The human story is, in many ways, a story of exploration and discovery. From our earliest ancestors gazing up at the stars to modern-day scientists probing the depths of the atom, we have always sought to understand the world around us, to unravel its mysteries, and to push the boundaries of our knowledge. The simulation hypothesis, while speculative, is a testament to this enduring human spirit of inquiry. It reminds us that the universe is a place of endless wonder, full of surprises and mysteries yet to be uncovered. While we may never know for certain whether we are living in a simulation, the very act of asking the question, of exploring the possibilities, enriches our understanding of the universe and our place within it. So let us continue to explore, to question, and to marvel at the universe and all its complexities. Whether we find ourselves in a simulated reality or a physical one, the journey itself is what truly matters. The search for understanding, the relentless pursuit of knowledge, is what defines us as human beings, driving us to explore the unknown, to push the boundaries of our understanding, and to embrace the mystery and wonder of existence itself. Don't forget to tickle the like and subscribe buttons. Till next time.